Hello everyone, welcome back to Tactical Masterclass. Today there has been a new conversation with the Korean guild leaders and the Com2us representatives have been released, and I have read some of the question answers. What happened there? My internet. What? Yeah, now community. No, not community, it's in the notice, I think. um Wait, let me get there. Yeah, this one, the second conversation. The questions were some of the questions were good, some of the things we wanted, but some of the things they asked the guild leaders, which are kind of iffy because I don't know. It's felt like kind of selfish to ask that. Let's just go with the thing. It seems the first questions, the blue one is the question, and they give the answers. I will just try to make it like shorter because this is a very long question answer session. I have read this. I will try to make it a gist. Okay, so it seems the fixed attack defense meta is the deck meta is the problem in siege battle. So they were basically asking not only there will be like a 5-star, like now we have like a 5-star towers and a 4-star towers, but they want to add more conditions in the towers, like in the TOA hell what they do. So like you have to use a particular type of monster, or you have to use a particular skill set of the monster. I like the way Com2us representative answered that, because it's very bad for the lower level guilds. Because in the lower levels guild, I have 2 lower level guilds already, so it's already hard to make good 4-star defenses for siege there, because in the early phase of the game you want to make good team for PvE like dungeons and stuff. So you don't want to make like useless monsters, because the resources in the early game is very scarce. So I go with the Com2us here, because this is really one of the, like Com2us said, as mentioned, giving specific condition for bases may become difficult for the lower tier guilds. Yes, it will be. It's very good for the top tier guilds because they have different styles of play, then different types of monsters they can use it, and it will be more fun. I have a G1 guild. Yes, that will be more fun in that guild, but in the lower level guilds it will be very hard, so they are not going to do that. It's because very, this question was kind of, I don't know why they asked it. Now the next question was the like the reward for guild and siege. Yeah, this question was very good. I wanted more rewards for the lower tiers and the higher tiers, but Com2us said they will hold the prediction event. I don't know what is that, like it's like nothing, a prediction event from each season. And achievement system they will add, that will be good. And they also going to add transmog that can be rewarded from each season. And but even then, like what's in that, in I'm like already sure they will add add the give the transfer reward, transmog rewards for the, like from the G1 level and up, not the lower level. So like in RTA you can only have the transfer from not the transmog, from the even the auras you can have only from the C1 level, so there's nothing in the lower level. So if they don't add something in the lower level, that like most of the guilds are around I think C2 C3 level, and some of the guilds are lower than that, and there's a huge number in G1 level. But even then, the most of the guilds are starting as C2 C3 level. So I don't know if they are going to do the the transmog would be available for them. So yeah, if they do, that's good. If they don't, then it's like it's again like it's not very useful for the lower levels. And and again, this question is like very bad. They wanted to have the tournament siege battle like faster. It's already faster than the normal siege battle, and they want like faster so that the battle ends quickly. Again, the answer from the Com2us, I like it, because they were answering that the if they do that, then be like forcing the users to attack quickly, and they may have work, they may busy at that time, and the most important thing, there will be maybe in different time zones. At the time, maybe in some places it's middle of the night, they cannot attack at that point. So the Korean guilds, like they want the best for, like I think this questions come from the Korean guild because they don't feel this problem, because in Asian guilds, or in the global server, Asian server, global server, maybe in Europe server too, I don't know fully, but in the global server, in the Asia server, there is like huge amount of worldwide player. Even in my guild, there is players from like Japan, from USA, everywhere. So the time zone would be huge problem. So I go with I like I like the way Com2us told this. Like it will be very bad for the time zones, like consisting different guild members of different time zones, so they cannot change it. So now the next questions, and they want a quality of life important for like trying the defense in the guild siege, for friends defense and decks. But you can already do that kind of, right? Because if you want to test some defense, you just have to put the defense in this in the deck, and then others friends can try it. I don't know what's the question, and Com2us was answering the with the same way, like, and I don't know what is the base of this question, but yeah. And there were another question was increasing the number of guild leader, vice leaders, and this question was like, I am a guild leader, but I don't want this. It's not that I want more guild leaders and vice leaders, it's always good, but like they were asking for special rewards, like it's, and like this is good for like using megaphones, managing siege, or managing guild war different times. This is good, like they may be increased from 3 to 5 more vice leaders, that could be great. But do not give special rewards for the leaders, then that will make the guild like the like it will create differences in guild, that will not yeah, they said we will increase the guild leaders, but the leader benefits that can't be can be reviewed, but we all have to consider various factors, so this won't be abused or create issues among the guild members and the leaders. Yeah, that's what I'm talking, it will create a difference. So if you want to be a leader, you have to act like a leader, like you have to be selfless, but they are asking like a selfish. I don't know why, how they can run such good guilds with like such selfish, I don't know, such selfish motivations. I think like, why there would be like a various different benefits for being leaders. There's no need for that. Yeah. And the guild and join system they want to improve, like if some members leave in between the guild war or in between the siege war, the defense mess up, the defense go bad and we cannot do anything about that. And uh, they want like want rewards because you are staying in the guild, not leaving. And I think they already done that because of the like staying in the guilds for rewards. But as far as I know, they cannot do anything, and Com2us told that in the answer, because they cannot do anything special. Because if someone leaves, if it's one guild member they can be fixed, but what if like 10 members leaves? There, it happens in many guild, like their argument happens, and like at a time 10-20 members leaves, and they cannot fix this. You have to manage the guild. So yeah. And also they were saying that you cannot like just when you joined, you cannot just then and there, you cannot participate in siege, guild battle or labyrinth, like those things. So yeah. This is another iffy question. I don't know why they asked it. They didn't ask like the most important things about the guild. I The only thing I would want is increasing the rewards. And there's also saying that the alliance thing, if they have two guilds, they, and this is also another thing, you cannot um, if you have two guilds, they sometimes get matched up in siege or guild war, and they don't want to fight each other and make alliances. And that but the Korean guilds wanting that more. I don't know, because they, it's kind of seems like they want to create another guild and get higher points by them making alliances in the siege. That is another iffy question, like kind of selfish question, I think. And but Com2us answered was good, like they will try to avoid that, and also create like a mentor and mentee guild, like the mentor mentee in the normal thing you have in players to help. But they also said it was, however, we have to consider some issue that could occur, such guild forming an alliance with a strong guilds to avoid matchmaking for the or the feeling of alienation that small guilds who couldn't form an alliance. So it was not easy to conclude at the time. So they are thinking about it, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, and it's not, I don't want to happen this anytime soon also. And they also want like this question is good because they want the more information about the monster skills in the menu, because like what is the multiplier, what is the accuracy resistance thing, everything. Com2us said, because we, if when we have to like check a monster, sometimes we check a monster and like, yeah, this skill is good, like we can use that, but what is the multiplier? We have to go to a different site and check. Sometimes the site is not upgraded to the new balances, like sometimes they do like here and there a 3-star monster gets 11% increased damage, but the site didn't upgrade that, so we cannot know the perfect multiplier and all that. But Com2us didn't want to do that for some reason. They like, they want to like, they gave the reason, if we do that, there will be some more monster will be unusable because they will see the multipliers and never use them, because I don't know, but it might increase the chances of using more monster, because some monster may we not never use, but we see the multipliers and the skill set, and we might think this would be useful. And like yesterday I was fighting in TOA hard and didn't never notice. I was normally I just auto and go away from the screen, but I was just looking at the screen. There was the light death knight was what he was doing. He was using his third skill and putting the my enemy monster's HP to half. When I read his skill, I didn't make any sense. Like balances the HP ratio. What does that even mean? And I did even a testing with a death knight with no runes and it do nothing. So I was not, even now I'm not sure what he actually does his third skill, but it can be a good monster if we have known the the multipliers and everything. So that's what the question was asked, but Com2us didn't want to release. They also, but they were going to try to include the accuracy resistance and absolute resistance thing. We already know that 15% absolute resistance, accuracy is 15% less than resistance is needed. So that's what that. And this one is another good question. Like we can they want disassemble the essences. We can assemble the essence to make to higher level essences, but they want to disassemble essences to make lower level essences from high to mid to low. For some reasons Com2us didn't want to do that. Also they were asking like crystals from the rift is not adequate, and the question was funny. If you read that, it only seems the material are piling up because of the drop rate in the rift crystal are not adequate, and it feels more like a homework to get the materials to craft reappraisal stones. Yeah, it feels like that. Other than we can farm fight runes and determination runes maybe. Yeah, if the drop rate increases, then there will be more easier to grab the reappraisal stones, and we can then go on to from other things. Com2us didn't want to do that from the disassembly essences thing. And also they said in the last, because they can do that if the like it takes 10 mid essence to make a one high essence, but if you disassemble it you cannot get 10 mid essences anymore, you will get less. Even that I would go like, yes, it's still good to disassemble essences. And rip dungeons, their answer was, we think the reason why users are getting more certain of material from rip dungeon is because we failed to design the reason to enter each dungeon. The charm of the rune sets that are available from the rune dungeon, the runes are really bad. I mean, it becomes possible to turn condensed magic crystal into pure magic crystals. User will make the representation without having to enter rip dungeon. Oh my god, it will be very good if you can like condensed magic crystal. We have the purple one, and we can just turn into pure magic crystals, the crystal type things. And they don't want to do that because they will just, what is this? I don't know, they don't want to make this, but this was a good question and Com2us didn't want to do anything about it. This is bad. Then the next question was the speed of the power up of the runes, and again Com2us didn't want to do that. They want to like enjoy us the failing of the power up runes, because that will like make us feel more good, give us more serotonin when they power up like that. There it was their explanation, which is not very good. You can do one thing, like not you have to don't have to like put more every step like 1 2 3 every step. You can just make the power up runes like at least like that 3 6 9 and 15, 9 12 and 15. There's 5 steps in rune power ups. You don't have to go through every step. Yeah, that will make you can make the power up cost much more, but I don't think this is a good, this is needed very much, because I know in the free rune removal day, especially if you have a big account, it takes all the day just powering up your runes. You cannot even rune a monster. This is a very good question asked by the Korean guild leader, but they didn't come to us, didn't want to do that. And they want to like ask for new users to be like for the new users to get it more easier in the start of the game, like lower level users, but like could give a dark ifrit for free. But and again the answer was they don't want to do that, like then the game will have no fun in the beginning. I kind of agree with this and kind of don't. They can make it's already like big hurdles already, so you can give them like more rewards so that they can go through those hurdles more easily. I don't know about that. I don't want to give them the dark ifrit right away for free, but like giving them more essences, more things, more especially the another thing in the early game is very much needed is the arena points, the glory points. The towers are very very important, but in the early game you cannot like all you can farm is goes away buying the devil mons, but you need more points to buy the towers, which is the more important that can be given. And also another thing, the power up materials is very scarce in the start of the game, like to power up monsters and level up monsters. uh, so I think you can give them more like rainbow mons and stuffs so that they can 6-star more frequently. That would be good, but they didn't want to do that. And the dark ifrit, they were saying it has no change, like no use right now most of the time in the thing. And but the they want us force us to fuse the dark ifrit at the start of the game with the missions and stuff. They want to change the dark ifrit to water phoenix sigmaras, which is very good for early game. So they were trying, they said they were trying to change some of the skills. Say we'll try to balance it, the dark ifrit. Okay. Like specific use and skill balance require consideration, but internally we often discuss the ways we can revive dark ifrit again. We will try to increase the attractiveness of dark ifrit to the balance patches. If not received well, we will think about the fusion monster mission again. So they will first try to balance the dark ifrit. If it is not still not good enough, then they will try to change the fusion monster mission again. And they were asking, the next question was, it's hard to get new monster when they're released. um, they already did that with the SP summon button, but I don't really know if that really works. But they at least showed us a gimmicky button that this will give you more chance. At least they didn't charge us more money for that. Like for normal summons it costs 10,000 mana, for special summon you will need 12,000 mana. At least they didn't do that for a gimmick button. And the matchmaking in World Arena, this is never going to change. This is impossible. Another funny question was that in arena it's difficult to attack guild members, sometimes making it impossible to find a target to attack. In the higher arena it happens regularly, because when you get to G3 level or G2 level, what they do, like there is mostly 100 peoples in G2 level, right? G2 G3 level, so you just keep repressing the button and you see like 5 6 or 10 15 defenses you remember in your head, and you remember the users that this guys has these defenses, I can beat them easily. And what they do, I have seen this in the many videos, they just keep refreshing the tabs and look for them in the rush hour, at the end of the rush hour they look for them and keep hitting them. And when they see like any other defenses, they, because they know their speed, they can outspeed, they know how to kill them. It's like that. So I don't know, like if it's a good but they said like if we blind the nicknames and make opponent anonymous, it will relieve the burden of exposing your strategy power, but at the same time we are concerned that the fun of the strategizing might be deducted as there is no information about the other party. So we will not introduce the blind character nickname, both Wolverine and encourage in confusing nickname with special characters. We will look in the problem, see what I can do about it. I don't know, because I don't want like but I want that blinding the user's name, because then there will be, I know there will be many G2 G3 players, they will drop down and others can go to legend and everything, because they have lower win quality from some of the others, but they keep hitting the same targets over and over again so that they can get higher rank. And they were asking like using the what Com2us are doing about the bots, Chinese bots and those things. They like have to take they're saying they have to take actions to use the, if any were using any macro programs, they will trying to bypass those things and ban those users maybe. Like we can promise to continue advanced macro detection functions to proceed the sanctions in accordance with the operating policy if there is a clear possibility of abuse. Like they might even ban you if you use any bots. Is it the same overall restriction level is too much for the macro users? Like there again the question was about the macro users. Yeah, various devices, the mobile phones and emulators are providing simple tapping functions on their own, so realize subject to restriction. uh, like in case of using an illegal program that directly change the value of method in the game, such as hacking a program or permanent restriction is undertaken at the time of the first detection. However, we think in case of using macro program is slightly different in case of from using illegal programs. So we are talking about step to deal with the restriction. So they are saying the macro programs doesn't actually hack the game, they just help you like auto things. So uh, so next question was, it's hard to get grindstones and gems from dimensional hole, and can they rise the drop rate? So uh, the answer was they don't want to change the drop rate of the grindstones and gems because they want it to have like lower drop rate. Like this was the good answer. We have made a drop rate adjustment plan. Like they have made a plan, we don't know when it's going to implement it, but they have made a plan. It might take 3 years. And even discuss the crafting. Yeah, this is what we want, like crafting grindstones and gems, not only ancient grindstones and gems, like every type of grindstones and gems, like we can craft runes. Both proposals are subject to improvement, but we are on hold because we are not sure if these updates will fix the problem and have a good impact on the game. This will have a good impact on the game, trust me. mm. And like that, what they are, why they are selling the dimensional whole energy, it was going to happen at some point. Whatever they say, they are a business, they will sell the thing. So they had made that is buyable now. And random chains, they had the problem, something like some bugs with the packs. Here there's the questions. And about the world boss arena, there are any plans to revitalize those contents, because nowadays no people don't play those things. uh, World boss is a kind of damage meter content. As simple as it is a type of content that's a little stress in terms of planning a strategy. So they don't want to make any change in world boss or anything, or arena. Arena for early gradually weakens as play more, and the arena shares similarities between in terms of game difficulty, unlike the. So they are trying to fix the arena, not the world boss. World boss I don't even care about, that is just a good source of crystals, free crystals. Like they say, we have not able to be clear answer to this yet, but we plan to make significant changes and updates for arena. And arena, this question was funny. The dialogues of the rivals keep popping. You cut off the function. And this was another good suggestion because of the secret dungeons, like adding friends. Com2us was saying it is good to add friends you don't know for secret dungeon, that will make like more friends in this way. But I think it sometimes we find it hard to get secret dungeons because the other guy has full the what is it, the full 50 friends, so we cannot add them. Com2us can do one thing, they can add like 10 places specially appear when you pop a secret dungeon. you can get 10 special friends space, like secret dungeon friends, like that will pop up when they when you pop a secret dungeon. So then you can add 10 people there at that time. That can be helpful, but it will go away as the secret dungeons ends. Then if you like add another secret, like pop another secret, and the new 10 free slots will appear, like that. And permanently blocking and reporting user from the chat, they are saying they will try to add this. If you have planned to renew the monster debate system, yeah, those are out of date especially. And that was it. So some of the questions here are good, some of the question I find very very selfish. Yeah, so let's see what they will do in the future. But most of the things which right now I wanted was the power up rune speed. Man, that is very very annoying to power up runes. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please give a like, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.